What's going on? This is Lewis from Squeaky Clean Commercial Cleaning Company, and I wanted to get on here and to drop another video. Haven't done one in a while. I am sitting here at one of our accounts that we just picked up approximately 3 weeks ago, and it is a daycare. It is a daycare that is attached to a church here in Columbia. We haven't really done a lot of daycares. We did when I first started. We did the disinfection for daycare, but we haven't actually gotten an account for daycare until recently. So what happened is that I had the client contact us and ask us for a walkthrough. So we came here through a walkthrough, and one of the things with walkthroughs that a lot of I guess new cleaning businesses kind of get caught up in is, what do I ask? What do I bring? How do I prepare for the walkthrough? What do I say? How do I dress? And all of that stuff is it's actually really, really simple. The goal, one, is to know what information you need in order to provide or to construct a bid proposal or an estimate. So you need to know how long it's going to take you to actually do the job. So if you know how long it's going to take you to do the job and you know how much you charge an hour, that makes it really, really simple. Now, there are other ways that you can do it where you can just get the square footage, you can get the number of tums, and all the information from there, and then kind of come up with a calculation of how much it's going to cost. And at the same time, if you don't necessarily know how long it's going to take you to do the account or to complete the account, you can actually ask the client, hey, okay, so I understand you guys already have a cleaning company, so I assume that's why you're calling us. And if you're calling us, that means they're not doing something to your satisfaction. So you can play off of that and say, well, what is it that they're not doing? What is it that they're not doing to your satisfaction to have you call me? And when you start asking those questions, you start tapping into, what their pain points are. You start tapping into why are they not satisfied with the current company that they have? Because 9 times out of 10, most clients that are calling you already have or have had a cleaning company, and they don't have that cleaning company, or they are getting ready to get rid of that cleaning company for something that they're not satisfied for. So your goal is to find out what they're not satisfied with. And when you find out that information, then you can start pulling more and more questions out of it to have them do most of the talking. You shouldn't be doing most of the talking. You should be doing a lot of the listening to what pains them, what's bothering them, and then figure out what you can do to make that client happy. And then in doing that, that's what's going to get you that job. You play off of that and you try to say, okay, well, if they're not cleaning, say they're missing the base of the toilets, you let them know, well, we train our people. We go through an extensive training process. We walk through and we point out different aspects. And one of the most important aspects that we point out is the necessity of touching each horizontal point in the bathroom or the office or wherever. And we make sure that our team comes in and that we're doing checks and balances, and we're checking one another to make sure that we're hitting all these points. And one of the main points that we're going to point out or focus on for this account would be that. And you just play off of stuff like that. You really don't have to do a lot of talking. All you have to do is listen, repeat, and then kind of make them feel comfortable about, okay, these people are actually listening to what hurts us, what's bothering us, and they're going to do their best to make our account, our facility, our office be in pristine condition. So most of the hardest part of the walkthrough is listening and not talking. They will do all the talking. I promise you they will do all the talking. You just have to ask the right questions. Also, once you're doing all of that, you have to know If they're not answering or saying the right things, know exactly what you need them to say in order to help you come up with the bid, because the whole goal is to figure out all the information that you need in order to give them a proposal, to give them a bid. Sometimes you can get what their budget is, what number they're looking for to try to get to, because a lot of times they'll say, okay, well, I won't say they'll say, but a lot of times, people will go with the lowest bidder. But as you can see, and as from experience, I've learned the lowest bidder is not always the best, account of the best client, to the best company to go with. It rarely is. You're going with the lowest bidder. That means they're paying the people that are cleaning the lowest amount of money. And if you're paying somebody low, they're not going to be as dedicated, as loyal, as determined to do a good job, because they're not really getting paid that much. So the lowest bidder is not always the best way to go. But that's for the client to know. That's not for you to try to tell the client. You just have to go in there and make sure that you're providing an absolutely top-notch surge or top-notch service to the client. You make sure that you're providing quick communications, because a lot of times, we've had accounts where we're not perfect. We'll miss stuff. We're human. So the client is going to contact you and say, okay, well, you missed, your team missed this. It's never us. It's always your team did this. Your cleaners did not do that. And what your job is in that situation is to comfort the client and let them know, okay, we will check into that. We will make sure we will fix whatever issue that, our cleaner or our team did not take care of, and we will do it expeditiously. A lot of times what I do is if they call me and they say something's wrong, I tell them I will be there personally to take care of it that day. If not that day, the following morning. And that makes them feel, okay, we have a company that cares about the issues. They're not going to sit there and just say, all right, well, my cleaner, I know my cleaner cleaned it. I know we did this. And to be combative or argumentative, because that's not going to do you any favors. And it's going to move the client towards going with somebody else, because they didn't call you to argue. They called you to fix their pain point. So make sure you focus on the pain points of your clients, of your potential prospective clients. And if you keep doing that, you're gonna get a lot of clients, and you're also gonna keep a lot of clients. So with that being said, you guys have a blessed day. Remember, it's not clean until it's squeaky clean. Talk to you next time.